Hello, welcome to the Eclectic Reader. Listen to great books and stories while you use your eyes and hands for other things. Now here's your host, Madison Mason.
Hi, Madison Mason again. Well, we're at the tail of the tale, as they say. Chapter 60, only 6 chapters to go in The Grey Quarry Boys. The Grey Quarry Boys, Chapter 60, The Shrine. It took Johnny Malcolm 2 months to heal. In that time, he resided mostly in bars and truck stops around the county, stealing whatever he could to pawn or sell on the side. He and Slick were running out of cash, and he was not yet in any shape to pull another robbery. Slick told him he'd be a real one-armed bandit if that happened. Johnny didn't see that as humorous. After all that had happened, he didn't glean much wisdom from the experience. Truth to tell, he was most bitter about the loss of his stolen Louisville Slugger. He blamed the old bastard who had set him up, and he wanted another bat. "I'm gonna make that old farmer sumbitch pay, you see if I don't. He thinks he's smart. He ain't run up against Johnny Malcolm yet, baby. He done met his match." Herman went about his daily routines as though nothing changed. But something had. Charles knew it every time the old man would raise his head in the middle of some task, milking a cow, working on a harvester. His eyes would go blank. The sharp, tin-gray eyes, searching for something beyond the place and moment, ceased to focus, as if seeing something that wasn't there, hearing a voice calling from a distance, listening for that call. And he would sit there as long as 15 minutes, watching, listening, then go back about his business as if no time had passed. Charles knew what was going on. He knew the old man was waiting for a door to open, waiting to be told that he could go on in, that someone was waiting for him, too. That didn't bother Charles. What did was the fact that the old man never removed the broken mailbox. That silent symbol of nighttime rage, of cold defiance, stood by the side of the highway, battered, bent, and mangled, but standing, almost taunting. And even more peculiar, every day the old man drove into Grey Quarry to the post office, he placed a small piece from one of the broken mailboxes at the skewed base of the ruined box. It resembled a small shrine with portions of duck arranged in a neat, symbolic, ordered pattern as some personal and peculiar obsequies. Each day he added new pieces, and each day the shrine grew stranger. They say it always happens, and it's only a matter of time before a criminal returns to the scene of the crime. On a Saturday night, after a couple six-packs, Johnny got the urge to run the road again. Slick tried to talk him out of it, but there was no turning this train around. Off they went down 41 to see what they could see. Johnny's arm had healed, although it was still slightly sore when he turned his wrist. The doctor warned him not to do any heavy lifting or pulling, which suited him just fine since he had no plans of applying himself to any form of honest physical labor. That was for fools. It did mean, however, that swinging a new stolen Louisville Slugger was out. The impact of hitting would dislodge the pins in his arm. His head, however, was a different matter. Even Slick had noticed a change after the accident. Johnny was slower in his thinking, and if possible, even more dangerous, as if some case containing evil had cracked open in one of the rooms of his brain and was seeping its contents slowly filling the cavity. His thoughts wandered, and when they did, they wandered into diabolical areas. He wanted to hurt everyone now, not for fun the way it used to be. Now he wanted to hurt them just to see them suffer, as if he had a personal hate focused toward whatever it came in contact with. Not to say it had a specific target. At the present time, the crosshairs of his hate were leveled on that old fuck with the mailbox, the old bastard who had pulled this dirty trick on him. Johnny would see to it that this guy, whoever he was, would pay and keep on paying. As they rounded the curve in the highway, they saw it, and they slowed way down. It was the first time they'd run down that road since the incident, as if he were returning home after a long absence. Johnny's eyes riveted on the mailbox. He was a man possessed. He stared at it until his eyeballs became dry, and even then it was with reluctance that he blinked. Hot damn, look at that thing. I bent a damn iron pole. Will you look at that? The son of a bitch left it there. Johnny tensed. His jaw grew taut. You know why? Slick regarded Johnny with fear these days. He had never been afraid before, but now he felt like Johnny could go off at any moment, like nitro. He felt like he had to watch his back, and he didn't like it. He had thoughts daily of how to dump this psycho and get out of it, but Gray Quarry was a small town, and where would he go? No, why? Johnny's eyes narrowed as he gazed past the mailbox and into the dark beyond. Just to piss me off. That's it. Just to piss me off, and you know what else, Slick? The bastard's doing it. There was an awkward silence as Slick waited for he didn't know what. Let's get out of here, Johnny. Johnny grinned at him in the darkness. His eyes were crazy in the reflected glow of the headlights. Oh, no, not Johnny Malcolm. I know just what this fucker's up to, and I'm gonna beat him at his own game. I'm gonna make him build a new mailbox just for me. Just special for old Johnny. And he'll do it too. You just watch. Johnny jumped out of the truck and went around the back. Slick, come here. Slick got out and left the motor running. What do you want? Pull out this gas can. Why, that's my spare gas, man. Hey, just pull out the fucking gas can. I ain't supposed to lift nothing heavy, you know that. I'll pay you for the damn gas. Jesus, just do it, Slick, before I have to smack you, goddammit. Slick reluctantly obeyed. Johnny shoved him with the 5-gallon can over to the pathetic shrine Herman had erected for his missing Marlene. Lift it up. Johnny was giggling now, a nervous energy thrilling through his body so much that he was dancing in the headlights. He unscrewed the cap and shoved Slick around, pouring the gasoline all over the church and the pile of duck pieces stacked so lovingly around the base. Gas fumes filled the air. Johnny laughed and danced and eyed Slick with conspiratorial glee. Then he pulled out a pack of book matches and opened them up. Wait a minute, I'm carrying the goddamn gasoline here. Johnny wasn't listening. He was propelling the event forward. He bit his lip and struck a match and then lit the whole pack on fire. Slick scurried to the back of the truck and quickly capped the gas while Johnny was staring at the matches with flame-filled eyes. He threw them on the base of the shrine. Boom! Fire leapt 15 feet in the air, illuminating the surrounding trees and highway. Johnny screamed with joy. He danced and cavorted like a demented one-armed scarecrow in the roar of the flames. It was all Slick could do to keep Johnny from walking into the center of the fire, which was starting to spread. The church was fully ablaze, and the pile of duck pieces were a hodgepodge of blistering paint. The flames caught up in the dry grass that ran the length of the highway and started hungrily gobbling anything they tasted and searching for more. They spread down the hill toward the farms below. Come on, man, let's get the hell out of here. Slick grabbed Johnny and shoved him toward the truck. Johnny couldn't take his eyes off the spreading flames. He was mesmerized, drawn to the orange light as Slick pushed him into the truck and slammed the door. That bastard will build me another mailbox now, baby. You just wait and see. I'll get my 100th mailbox. He'll build it just for me. You wait and see if I'm not right. Johnny's laughter raked the night as they blasted back into town.
We hope you have enjoyed this episode of The Eclectic Reader. Please go on to the next numbered episode to continue. Also, check us out on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. If you'd like to help support the project, you can donate under Madison Mason at Patreon. And please, check out our website, kltkrdr.com, for more information.
Hi, this is Madison Mason. I want to personally thank you for listening to The Eclectic Reader and invite you to share your experience, your thoughts, and your suggestions. We have many great books lined up for the future, but if you have requests for anything that is in the public domain, please email us at kltkrdr@gmail.com.
kltkrdr@gmail.com